Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Let's get straight into the charts. It's time to celebrate again because yesterday exactly what I predicted on silver was happening and we are making big gains in this bull market, which I believe is a bull market. Anyway, yeah, if you like the content of this video, you can press the like button and add a comment down below, because this way it helps the algorithm of YouTube and more people could see this video. But if they don't want to see it, I don't care. It's not a problem for me. If nobody's watching it, it's not a problem either. But if it helps you, maybe it can help other people and we can share this channel in different places where people could get attention and get help. Why did I start this channel? Because as I started to trade gold and silver, I was looking for analysis on the web, and I found some, but they were too general for me. I haven't found any detailed analysis like this one that I'm making on the internet. If you know one, then leave a comment down below, and I'm really curious about that. Anyway, let's start with gold. This is gold, the weekly chart, and as I already pointed out, we were in this wedge. We were because we might be breaking out of this wedge, and I said that as long as we are in this wedge, we can have pullbacks simply because we are in this wedge. I don't care of the fundamental reasons. In this channel, I'm not paying attention to any fundamental news. The media very often can lie, and people can lie to you, but when you look at the chart is telling the truth. So I don't care of the fundamental news, I'm paying attention to the chart, and so far it's been very good, just paying attention to the chart. So this is gold, the weekly chart, and so I said as long as we are in this wedge, we can have pullbacks, but it's a bullish sign. Sooner or later we will break out and go to the top of this wedge, which is 1900. We will get there sooner than you think, probably this year. And as we were down here 1760-ish area, I said that we will break out very soon. In fact, I was thinking about this weekly candle, but no one would have believed me if I shared that, because we were down below. So I think either this week or next week we may break out of this falling wedge. We need to wait how this week the body closes, because the body needs to break out. We have wicks here, but the bodies are inside this wedge. So once we are out, it's very bullish for gold. Let's go over to the daily chart, see what is happening there. So that's the daily chart on gold, and on the daily we can see that we came below this level of support, but the next day we came back, and this daily candle is a very bullish sign, an engulfing pattern, engulfing candle, and it suggests that off we go to 1830. That's what it is telling me. So of course we have this next area. It's been a strong resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we were touching it, we were in it, but we fell below that time and again. And now I think we are going to attack 1800, 1804, 1810. We may spend some time here, but we will. I'm not sure if I would short it here. We will go to 1830, 1835. That's my prediction. Here we may have some pullback, even to this area of support that I believe will become an area of support. Then pull back to 1810, and then off we go. We will shoot up. That's my prediction on gold. Let's go over to silver. silver. So yesterday, wow, silver was awesome. So well, we can make big gains on silver as well. Let's start with the weekly. Today I'm not explaining why I'm bullish. I already explained in my previous videos the big picture on gold and silver, why I'm bullish on silver and gold. But we have this wedge here, falling wedge, bullish sign, and we are on our way to 28. And this week, if it closes something like that, this is going to be a very bullish sign. It can turn things around and just push things up above all the way to 28. We are starting, I think we are starting a big move here on silver. But right now on the weekly, you can see that we are below this resistance area. Last week we fell down below it, but then we came back up above it. This week we also fell down below it, but we are on our way. We are touching it. We're on our way to get above it. We will see if we can do that this week. Let's go over to the daily chart on silver. So this is silver on the daily chart, and yeah, on the daily we had this candle, beautiful looking candle on the daily chart. This candle has the power to turn things around, to push silver to new high levels, to highs. And what happened yesterday, we can see here on this candle. I have this price target here, but I don't erase it because it hasn't been fulfilled yet. But what happened yesterday, we came all the way into my area of resistance, and of course when we attack it for the first time we will have a pullback, and that's what we had yesterday. We pulled back and closed the body of the candle below this level. Right now, as you can see, we are attacking it again. We are right at the door. What will happen today? We may stay at the door or just kick the door and it opens for us and we will get into the house. This is what I see on the daily chart here. Okay, and maybe it's time to talk about this, because if it happens earlier than we think, then people will be angry at me why I didn't share this with them. We see an inverse head and shoulder pattern forming here, and let's see what price targets we can get. Let me draw the neckline. Neckline is at 24.7, 24.8. These levels, I believe, somewhere there. And then we can be more conservative also, as well. Maybe I will make a more conservative. That is, it's even better. But I think this will be a valid price target. So we come from the neckline. Let's measure it from the neckline to all the way to the bottom. Oops. All the way to the bottom. And then let's measure it. Let's put it on the neckline. Can I do that? We are going to put it on the neckline. On the neckline. Yeah. And 28. Beautiful. As you can see, this is very beautiful. Just what I shared on the weekly. And the same is true here on the daily chart. I want to see exactly what I measured here. 28.1. So once we get above 24.8, we will have a run to 28. This is and then this is my first area of resistance. We might stop there, pull back, attack it again, and eventually come over it. and get to 28. This is my prediction, and I'm almost sure that it's going to happen, if you can be sure of anything. Why did we have this downward movement? It was because we had this wedge. This was a bullish sign. We broke out of the down, broke below this wedge, and usually we get to the bottom. The bottom is right here, the bottom of this wedge, or very often even below, and that's what we did. We got to the bottom of this wedge and a little bit below this wedge, and then we came back almost immediately, at least on the daily chart. Let's go over to the 4-hour chart on silver, and this is the 4-hour chart on silver, and yeah, I predicted that we were going upwards. You know, my target inside this hourly target that I shared was hit, price target, and I said we are on our way up to this area, 24. We got there, of course, at 24, around 24. I closed some of my long positions, and I was expecting a pullback to 23.8-ish levels. That seemed to be a very sure target point, 23.8. At 23.8 I was a buyer again, and then of course we could pull back to 23.67. We can still pull back there, 23.67. We may spend some time in this area before eventually breaking in and meet my price target. My price target here hasn't been hit yet, 24.150, something like that. It will be hit, I'm sure about that one. So what could happen now is we could spend some time here, but eventually we will get into this area, spend some time here, eventually spend as much time as we spent here. So on the right side we could have the similar time frame. So maybe today and even the beginning of next week will be spent here. I don't know, it depends on how bullish silver is. It doesn't have to do that, but it can. And so I have a price target here, and also I see another inverse head and shoulder pattern forming right here. I can measure that as well. It's very interesting, and it's good to do this because it works, and it works very well. So this is going to be our neckline here. Good. And then of course it hasn't been formed yet, but once it's formed and we are above this level and stay above that level, then it can be a valid inverse head and shoulder pattern. And so let's see what the price target is. All the way, it's very bullish, so I can count the wick as well. Let's see what happens. What is our price target once we break out of this pattern here on the neckline? Price target is 25. So I'm very bullish on silver. For me it's just longing. I'm not sure if I want to short silver at all in this bull run, because I may get burned or my positions will be stopped out, but at times maybe I will try